days I do 3 trainings back to back. I do one for the money team on entering and exiting the trade. Then I do Mr. GJ scalping strategy. And then after that, you know, we actually have a 6x6 trading session that we do. So this week, because, you know, right now, Mr. GJ VIP alerts is hot off the press. Everybody is ready to make this money. Market is open. You know, so I wanted to make sure, because we have a lot of new people that's actually for the first time going to see what we have our hands on and what we've been doing, how we've been, you know, making profits and money in the market. I want to make sure, oh, you got that? I want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what to do. While I'm going through the beginning, Roxy, if you're on here, just identify yourself in the chat, because you know I use you like usual on Sundays, so you could enter next. So just write a note in the chat so I can know you're on. All right, guys, so just a brief description of me. My name is David Hoyt, aka Mr. GJ. I am originally from Freeport, Grand Bahama. Big ups to the Bahamas. Hello. All right. I've been living in Dallas, Texas for about 17 years. 31. Basically, I've been working for an insurance company for the last 12 years. You know, I've been making over 6 figures from I was 24. So, you know, being in the space of making money was never a problem, you know, once I, you know, take advantage of the opportunity. You know, I have some hustle in me, you know, but, you know, a year ago, you know, back in February of last year, you know, I basically forced myself, you know, in a circle that I wasn't even supposed to be in. You know, I was always taught, you know, at a young age, you know, that you got to basically surround yourself with people that's successful. You know, if you're in a room with five successful folks, that means you're number 6. Same thing if you're in a room with 5 broke people, then hey, I don't want to call you broke, but you number 6. So, you know, I've always learned that, you know, at a young age, I've been hustling and working. You know, I watched my mom, you know, rest in peace, you know, work 2 jobs most of her life, you know, just to provide for me and my brother, you know. So, you know, that's been in my blood, you know, for a long time. You know, so coming over here to the U.S., capitalizing on the opportunity, you know, was nothing for me to adapt to. So a year ago, you know, I was basically, basically testing out some waters with the Bitcoin market, you know, and, you know, that's when Bitcoin was the hype. And then, you know, when I got into it, you know, it was when it took that dive and drop, you know. So, you know, at that point in time, you know, I got in contact with a guy, you know, that was going to meet, you know, one of the top leaders in this previous company that I was in. And I basically forced myself in that circle, in that conversation, in that house, you know, and, you know, I got into Randy and Wonders Web house. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. All I knew was they were successful in what they did previously. And I wanted to get in that circle. So, you know, they welcomed me with open arms that night. I basically got on board of a company called iMarkets Live, which is straight an educational platform for you to understand how to trade and basically be successful in the market Forex. And, you know, that night, very first night, they said, you know, we're going to jump on, you know, this call every morning with their mentor, which is my mentor too, Dr. Kathy Kirkland, and she's going to tell you how to buy and sell. And when she says buy or she says sell, you're going to jump in that trade and you're going to press buy or sell. You're going to plug in your numbers and you're going to make money. And that night, stuff happened. Like she said, buy, sell. I actually spend the night, you know, at their house. So you can imagine a complete stranger not knowing anything about, you know, the folks, you know, on a personal level. And then, you know, I spend the night, you know, in their house. Woke up 6 o'clock the next morning and went straight to work. I don't even think I took a shower that, you know, but that's how hungry I was to figure out what the heck they was about to do. And, you know, fast forward and, you know, we was able to plug into Academy, you know, be able to help, you know, people in the Bahamas, you know, and, you know, 3 months, you know, after signing up, you know, I went through my ups and downs because the Forex market, it'll slap you into reality. I mean, if it was so easy, you know, people would basically be million and billionaires overnight. So you have to put, you know, time and effort into this thing. So I basically, in that first 3 months, I went through ups and downs, trying to learn and figure out, you know, what, you know, I can do to be successful in this market. I think what brought me into reality was more or less, you know, I love Dr. K, but you know, we're not even on a talking day-to-day level, but she was out building the business also. So we would stay up all night, and then when it was time for the London session, we would get this notification with a nice picture of Dr. K and said, session is canceled due to traveling. So my money was tied up in her decisions on, you know, traveling and doing the right thing, you know. So, you know, a couple of times that happened, I was like, you know what, I'm up all night already, and then we get a cancel, you know, flyer. You know, and I couldn't make no money in the market because I was lazy. I didn't know what to do. You know, so at that point, I was like, you know, I can't let that control, you know, no one can control how much money I make in the market, because I saw the opportunity was real. All right. You know, so between Jamal Green, shout out to him, that's my buddy in the Bahamas, you know, and then we had a training with Stevenson Lindor. I took Jamal, Stevenson Lindor, and Dr. Kathy Kirkland. Their strategy is not basically, I like money, so I want to be in and out the market. So I took their strategies, a piece of everything I understood. And what you guys are going to see is something called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Anybody who can answer a text message or go on social media and plug in a comment, after I show you what we're about to go through, you should be able to plug in a trade and understand what I'm looking at. All right, so that's what I want to do, because I was busy. You know, I had multiple streams of income that I was actually, you know, working on. And I was like, okay, I got to figure out a simple way, you know. So, you know, I tell people this all the time, you know, Jamal Green, he dissected, you know, IML Academy. He went in and out, went over that 2, 3, 4 times. And I would call him every morning on our drive to work. And basically he was excited about what he learned. And I was just being that person grabbing the information, you know, from him on the telephone while he was actually doing the work, you know, studying and learning. So I give him the props all the time for me basically going through IFML Academy, but actually use his brain to leverage off of it and capitalize on it. You know, so like I said, I came up with a strategy called scalping. And what scalping is basically in and out of the market pretty fast. You know, I like to see my money, you know, go for long days or hours or weeks. I want to get in the market. I want to grab my money, and I want to come out and be happy. You know, I want to sleep good. So hello. So basically, that's why I came up with scalping. You know, and you know, I use the cloud. You know, I use Stevenson impulse. You know, the correction, the continuation. I took bits and pieces of it. Jamal market structure and zoom. You know, and I said, okay, you know, I had to back test, you know, so back testing is looking left market. You know, when I first started, this thing looked like an EKG machine to guys. So if you're brand new on this call and you see a chart today, I don't want you to get confused. Just take notes, plug in. I guarantee you, it took me 3 months to understand what even the market was. And basically, you know, it's worth it. You know, disclaimer, past results don't guarantee true results. But that's in the last 2 weeks. With what you guys going to have your hands on for free this week, basically I made $80,000. $80,000 in the last 2 weeks. And we didn't even trade on Friday. Disclaimer. You guys heard what I'm saying? Disclaimer. I said the disclaimer, Paul. What I do, you may not be able to do, but I'm going to guide you and show you what I can actually, you know, what you guys have your hands on, all right? So I just want to show you guys belief, you know. So what for new folks, hopefully by now you were able to go whoever got you on. Oh, we got 257 folks. Real quick, brand new. If you're brand new, blow up the chat and just type ones in the chat. If you don't know what you're looking at, just type 1 in the chat so we can see we're up against. Go ahead and go up the chat with 1. All right. Now, real quick, if you've been following Mr. GJ and successfully hitting profits week after week, month after month, I want you to blow up the chat with 2s so they can see the belief and see what you guys have. Hello. All right. So by now, you should have at least downloaded your broker. Now, the broker, I have a broker that I use, but I have reasons why I used it. I use, Paul, can you say it? I know we have to make sure and protect ourselves. You can actually do research on your broker, but I actually use Hugo's Way for reasons. I used to use Forex, but recently I switched over to Hugo's Way. So anybody that's been following me, you can reach out to me. I can help you out with that. But by now, whoever got you on this call should at least take the time out and get you signed into broker account. If you haven't, we can do that. That's no problem. All right, so the broker is basically your money hub. This is where you're going to deposit. This is where you're going to withdraw. All right, so once you've done that, what I'm going to go over, briefly is basically so you guys can have a understanding of what you're looking at. Now, this is just a test run for you guys. So after this is over, if you like what you see, I recommend that you go ahead and you sign up for IML and basically take advantage of this opportunity, because you'll be able to basically understand this thing on a bigger scale. All right. So what I decided to do is just kind of go over this so you can understand what we look at. All right. Like I said, if you got questions, you can ask them to the end, or you can type in the chat. We have a few folks that is here that's going to help out, like Jennifer and Paul and Andre. They're going to answer some questions in the chat. So thank you guys. I just gave y'all something to do. All right. So what is Forex? Forex stands for the foreign exchange market, guys. It's basically the trading of currency pairs. So you have, the US dollar, right? You have, the Japanese yen, you have the euro, you have the British pound, you have the Swiss franc. So basically it's money. You trade currencies, all right? Take notes, take screenshots, take pictures, because this training here, we don't do this often, where we're going to combine everything in one tonight. All right, so basically what can affect, the market is, politics, the economy, and it's one country's currency versus another country's currency. All right. So just back up. So if you was to go into a country on a vacation, let's say you're from the US and you decided that you wanted to go to Mexico, you have to, transfer your money into Mexican pesos, and basically spend their currency while you're there. So you would have to go into exchange booth at the airport or go into a bank. So what we're doing is we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it digital from a cell phone or your laptop, all right? So the terminologies you guys are going to get, so you can understand what we're looking at in the market and what you need to do when it's time to get in these trades. The number one thing is pips. What is a pip? The pip stands for percent in profit. That's the change in price, of the exchange rates. So as the market goes up, it's going to go up in pips. As it go down, it's going to go down in pips, guys. So you're going to hear us say that a lot. We're catching pips. Basically, in parentheses, you could put money. We catch pips, we catch money. To make it simple for you guys. All right. Now, another thing you guys can have to understand is your lot size. What is your lot size? Now, the lot size is the currency unit you will buy or sell. This is going to actually work along with the trading account balance. All right. How to master this is your balance, and I'll put the correct lot size. We have a spreadsheet that we're going to go through, where if you have access to this spreadsheet, you can edit the trading amount in your balance, and it would actually give you the lot size you can use. All right. So if you don't have the spreadsheet, I recommend you use 1 to 5%. 1 to 3% of your trading balance and your lot size. So for example, if you have $100 in your trading account, your lot size comfortably should be 0.01%, or if you want to go to 3%, it should be 0.03. So 1% of your trading balance is where lot size is going to be. So let me give some numbers so you can understand. If you have 0.01 on your lot size, every 10 pips, remember we talked about pips. So every time the market goes up or down in 10 pips, if you're in the direction of that trade call, you're going to make $1. All right. If you're trading 3 cents, every 10 pips, you're going to make $3. If you're trading 5 cents, every 10 pips is $5. If you're trading 20 cents, every 10 pips is $20. If you're trading 50 cents, every 10 pips is $50. If you're trading 75 cents, every 10 pips is $75. If you're trading $1 lot size, every 10 pips is $100. If you're trading $5 lot for your lot size, Every 10 pips is 500. And this thing goes on. The reason I'm going over this for you is, let's just say you went to the grocery store and your bill was $50 and you paid $100 and expecting $50 for your change. And the cashier give you $20 back. You're going to look at that cashier and you're going to be like, hey, where's my money? You have to know these numbers. You can't go through the market guessing. You want to know if you're trading a dollar lot size and you basically hit 10 pips and you only made $70, you can know why you didn't get that extra $30 and go to that broker and say, hey, it's my money and I want it now. So you have to understand this on the lot size. Now, we have what? Over 200, almost 300 persons on this call right now, right? I can make a trade call and we all hit 10 pips, but we all can make different amount of money because of our lot size. I may have 5 cents, you may have 20, the next person may have $1, the next person could have $10. Our lot size determines how much money do you make. So the larger your lot size, the more money you make. Now, don't watch other people's account. The reason I personally post my profits and post, amount that I make is so I can encourage people to let them know, hey, a year ago, I wasn't here. A year ago, I was trading pennies. And our whole theme song on the money team was, hey, we turning pennies into dollars. Jamal, Eddie, all of them can tell. Violet, Palm, Pammy, we used to be turning pennies into dollars, and that was our team song. Right? Turning pennies into dollars. Now, I can't even trade nothing lower than probably $2, $3 because I don't feel comfortable, because of what I've made in the market. But you shouldn't. You just look at it and say, okay, one day I'll get there. And that's what I used to look at. I used to look at, other educators and say, whoa, I'm being nosy. Everybody's nosy. If I go open up my MT4 and showing you guys a trade, I guarantee you're going to peep and look at my balance. And that's what I used to do back when I first started. But I took pennies and turned to dollars. So you have to start somewhere. You have to compound your money. Just think about it. If you go to the bank and deposit $100 in your bank account and you leave it there for a month, I guarantee if you don't have direct deposit there, you probably owe the bank at the end of the month for their fee. So when you take in $100 and you can actually turn that into, 50, 100. I had a guy, from the Bahamas, but he lives in Dallas. He basically put $100 in his broker account and he made like $50, $70 in 1 week from basically the trade calls. And he compounded off of the spreadsheet. That same small number you guys are looking at, this can be thousands of dollars that you compound into the tens of thousands. All right, so the lot size is going to be key. If you're greedy and you try to over leverage and use a larger lot size that you shouldn't, the market is going to slap you into reality. That's a fact. All right, so don't be greedy. All right, TP. TP stands for take profit. All right, so here's out for my newbies. TP stands for it's my money and I want it now. This means when the market touches your take profit, basically you're going to make money. You're going to make money, and it's going to pull you out of the trade. All right. So I want you guys to just put this in your brain. If you hear the word buy, for you to make money, the market has to go up. If you hear buy, 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 for you to make money, the market has to go from here, it has to go up for you to make money. If you hear the word sell, for you to make money, the market has to go down. So this is the stock market, guys. The stock market, they teach you to buy low and sell high. You make money in the Forex market any direction, up or down. So if you hear the word buy, for you to make money, market has to go up. Sell, for you to make money, it has to go down. Now, the reason we say 10 pips, this is something I came into, Dr. Case, to say, we go 10 pips and dip it out, 10 pips and dip. That's me. That's how I start. I kept it on. So 10 pips and I'm out. So if you're buying, the market goes up 10 pips, knock you out, you made money. If you're going to sell, it goes down 10 pips, knock out, you made money. TP is what you want to hear. So if you're in this Telegram, the VIP Telegram, and by the way, we went from like 300 to almost 1,000 in basically 2 days. So there's a lot of people that have access to this for free this week. So when you see TP hit, that means everybody made money. When you see the word TP hits, you have thousands of people making money, all right? Just so you know. So if you're not making money when it says TP hit, then you need to get with the person that basically brought you on and say, hey, I need you to show me some more because technically what I'm doing is not right. And this is all a learning experience, okay? I'm just kind of fast forwarding you guys into what I've, came about 3 months after I was learning, all right? Stop loss, this is the big question. So with my strategy, because I teach everyone to leverage their account right and follow the spreadsheet and use 1-3%, my strategy, I use stop loss in profit. I don't use a stop loss because a stop loss is basically what you're willing to lose, what you are willing to risk in the market. So with my scalping strategy, the only time you would have me use a stop loss 99% of the time is when I say stop loss in profit. What does that mean? That means that's a risk-free trade. I'm going to make money regardless of what happened. You guys get that? Stop loss in profit. All right? Leveraging. Let's go back to the 1-3% what we talked about. Greed can cause over leveraging. So if you're greedy, you're going to over leverage. That means that you're thinking you need more money than what you're making. Always remember, I don't care what amount you're starting off. We have over 300 people on this call. So you can start off with $10 trading in the market. You can even start off with your demo account this week to build confidence. But whatever amount you're trading with, stick to the right leveraging. And all profits you'll be happy with. Market is not going anywhere. The market is open 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. So you're going to make money all day long. Especially with my strategy, when this thing pops up, you're going to be a happy camper. So don't be greedy. Stick to the game plan. Always remember when you get that itch to being greedy, you go to another account. Or just remember, what if I had the same amount in my bank account? Is it okay for me to make the couple dollars I'm making and be happy with it? Just remember that, and you'll always, come back to reality. All right? The number one that can stop you from being greedy and over leveraging is setting up a goal, all right? I have conversations every day. How do you make this amount? How do you get so successful doing this? How do you do it? How do you do it? Anything you do in life, guys, goal without plans is just a dream. When you have plans behind that goal, that becomes reality. That brings your dream into life. So having a goal in life and anything you do, it's always going to get you to the next level. And what does that mean? You can set a goal, you have plans behind it, and then you hit it. And then guess what? You just increase the goal. You continuously, be a goal setter and you knock those goals out. So when you're having a goal in the foreign exchange market, that could be, okay, I want to catch 10 or 20 pips a day. That means I want to make X amount of dollars a day or X amount of dollars a week. Set your goals up, set a goal, and make plans behind it to back it up. Don't just say, hey, I want to make 6 figures in this market. And you just, whenever you hear buyers say, you jump in. And you don't have a goal to back it up. Plans to back it up. But then now just be a dream. People have been following me for months and months. Ever since I started, teaching my strategy, they've always heard me say, I would be comfortable when I can make $4,000 a day. $4,000 a day is $1 million a year for me. Comfortably, I've been saying that, so I've been having 1,000 days, I've had $100 days, but consistently, for the last couple months, I've been hitting at least 1,000 a day. But this past 2 weeks, man, I've been blowing that away, so I'm not going to, change it yet. I need to consistently do that for at least a month or two before I increase my goal, but now I've been able to hit it. And it took time, but it was a goal I set. So always have goals, basically, to follow what you want to do, and then have plans to back it up, guys. All right. So we talked about buying and selling. So if you jump in a buy, this is the market. We say if you jump in a buy for you to make money, the market has to go up. So guess what? Your take profit is always going to be above. Take profit stands for, it's my money, I want it now. I'm out of the market. Give me my money. All right. So if you're in a sell and it's the market, for you to make money, your take profit has to be below. All right. And then your stop loss and profit, you would just trail it to your take profit. All right. This is where it gets good. Make sure you guys are taking notes on this part. This is what's going to help out when we go and plugging in these trades. All right. So when entering a trade, you're going to get a number when you click buy or sell. So the first thing you're going to do is enter your lot size. You're going to choose the pair. If you're following GJ, it's going to be GBP, JPY, right? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to enter a lot size. The lot size we went over, it goes according to your trading balance, all right? After you enter your lot size, you're going to click on buy or you're going to click on sell. So if you're in this Telegram VIP group, the signal is going to tell you buy or sell. All right. So if it says buy, you're going to click your lot size. You're going to click the pair, click the lot size, and after that, you're going to click on buy or sell. You got to go fast. All right. After you click on the buy or sell, now you enter the trade. So now you're going to have an entry price where you enter the trade. So you're going to see some numbers. On these numbers, what I want you to do is I want you to disregard the last digit. So in this example, the last digit is a 6. And I want you to focus your eyes on the 2 digits after the decimal. Okay, guys? Now, the reason you're going to focus on the 2 digits after the decimal, because now it's quick math. Because remember, we said in a buy, we're going to add 10 pips. In a sell, we said we're going to subtract 10 pips. So 45 plus 10 is 55. Simple math. 45 minus 10 is 35. Simple math. When me and Randy first started, when I was by his house, true story, he can contest to it. When Dr. K said buy or sell and we did the trade, we got this entry price, we wrote it down on a piece of paper, and we was doing calculations like we was in school. But, you know, over time, and it's true story, we tell the story all the time. But now, I teach people just train their eyes to look at the 2 digits after the decimal. Because if you can train your eyes to look at that and not the full 6 digits, you'll know how to calculate, you know, add and subtract 10 pips. Simple math. So if you got into a buy, in this example, you disregard the 6, which is the last digit. And then if you buy, you're going to add 10 pips. So 45 plus 10 is 55. And your take profit is going to be 144.556. So you guys see the other number stays the same. If you're in a sell, you're going to subtract 10 pips. So 45 minus 10 is 144.356. All right. Now, for example, if you're using, when you put the stop loss and profit, if you're in a sell, you put the stop loss when price gets to about 49. That means it was at least 4 pips from wherever it was. All right. So you would have been 4 pips from the entry. If you don't understand stop loss and profit, and you hear say stop loss and profit, just close the trade, take your 4 or 5 pips, and wait for another trade. All right. So this is simple. All you're doing is adding and subtracting 10 pips. Now, in this VIP alert, when you get buy or sell, you're going to also get your take profit. But I don't want you to just come in and take trades. I want you to actually learn what you're doing. So you want to actually know how to add and subtract 10 pips, because, you know, you can jump in a trade and get a perfect entry, and your take profit get hit before the signal take profit hits. All right? All right, guys, so this is just a recap of what to look for. If you look to the left, this is how the chart looks. If you look to the right, this goes over everything we talked about. The top arrow is actually your lot size. That's the first thing you do after you click on the pair. Screenshot this, guys. Take a picture. This is important. So you're going to put your lot size in first. All right. After you buy and sell, you take profit, your TP. TP stands for take profit. Remember that word, because that's what we're going to be putting in the group. Your TP is going to come over to the right. And then when you modify and you put your stop loss and profit, it's going to go to the left. All right. So now, let me go ahead and answer some questions real quick. over what we just went over. And then the next thing we're going to do is go briefly over my strategy because we have some folks that's kind of advanced. We want to touch on everything. I'm going to go over the strategy next so you guys know what we're looking for from this, what the signal indicators actually calling out for. And then after that, I'll go over the spreadsheet and we're done. All right. Do we have any questions? I know we had some chatter in the chat. Were we able to answer those questions in the chat?
Yeah, we got most of them. Most people wanted to know about the stop loss.
Okay.
Go over stop loss.
Okay, perfect. Now, anybody have any questions you want to unmute yourself and ask while we have access now? If not, we're going to move forward. You got a couple seconds to ask a question. So everybody brand new. If you understood, okay, let's see.
I got a question.
Okay, let's see. Somebody, 1 second, Raquel. Somebody said, can you walk through? Yes, the alerts. We're going to go over the alerts at the end. I want everybody who's brand new. We have a lot of brand new folks. I want them to understand the basic terminology and information, and then we'll step it through. That's why we combine this training on all of the things I would go through on 3 different trainings. All
okay,
right?
I have a question. I just want to, my name is Victoria. I'm in Dallas. And
okay.
My question is just to verify. I think I know what you said, but so stop loss, if I'm buying, it's subtracting from whatever the entry price is?
No. Let me show you the way I use my stop loss, and then Raquel, you'll be next on the questions. All right, so let's just say this is your margins, right? And you went into a buy. So we went into a buy. For us to make money, the market has to go up, right? So if this is 0 and this is 10, because we're shooting for 10 pips, right? So when you jump in as a buy, when the market goes up about 4 or 5 pips, you're going to come and plug in your stop loss below your entry. Your entry was down here. You're going to put your stop loss here. And your take profit is going to be here. So if the market comes back and come down and knocks you out, it's going to knock you out profit. That's now a risk-free trade. Other traders, swing traders, they would use a stop loss below entry. Well, guess what? I like money. I don't like to give my money up. So my thing was I want to get in profit up here first and then put that stop loss here above my entry. So yeah, I'm still basically I'm not getting the full 10 pips if it doesn't go straight up, but I'll be able to secure 4 or 5 pips. And then what you do is you trail the stop loss into profit, into your take profit. All right. If it's a sell, you're doing the opposite. You start here. This will be 0 and this will be 10 on your sell. As the market come down into profit, you put your stop loss in profit. This is your take profit. If the market comes back up, it knocks you out of profit. All right. I try to make it as simple as possible for everyone. Does that help, Victoria?
Yes, that helps. Thank you.
Perfect. Raquel, you got a question?
Yeah, it was the same question the lady just was talking about. So you basically answered my question for me.
Okay, perfect. All right. Do we have any other questions?
Mr. GJ, what's happening? What is happening?
What's going on, Corey? But I ain't seen you in a long time, mate. Everything cool?
All is well. Edwin decided to bring me in, so I just say, let me take a gander and see what this is all about, you know?
Okay, perfect.
You can play with. So I said, let me see what's happening.
All right, trust me. Good decision. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what we doing? What is all about? Talk to me. I mean, he brought me to a certain extent, but I got the tail end of it. I'm so sorry, but if you could, yeah, you know.
Okay, so what we just went over basically the terminology of it. Let me just put it real quick for you. So, and then we also have a recording also, so you'll be able to watch this recording.
Okay.
So, you know, terminology, foreign exchange market. You basically you buying and selling currencies. You know, just like if you was to go into another country, you would basically you would have to exchange your Bahamian dollar into that country's currency at either an exchange booth in the airport or the bank, right?
Right.
So we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it digital from your cell phone or your laptop. All right. So a few things you understand: that's percent profit. You need to understand your take profit, which is, you know, what the margins you're going to set when you get in the trade. If you jump in as a buy, for you to make money, the market has to go up. If you jump in for a sell, for you to make money, the market has to go down. All right, so I think that, and then we talked about leveraging. You know, you want to use 1 to 3% of your account balance to make sure you don't be greedy and make money in the market. All right, so that's kind of like what we went over just now, and you're catching on to where we at now.
Yeah, Edwin, he brought me up to speed as that aspect of it. You know, he let me watch some videos and stuff like that. So the terminology, I pretty much got, you know, those down pat. It's what's tricky to me is how to enter. And,
we're gonna go over that right now. We're gonna go over that right now. So let me see, Roxy, are you here? Unmute yourself for me, Roxy. And Paul, Jennifer, Matt, Andre, I know we got a lot of questions in the chat. Can you guys team up and help me answer them in the chat? If you unmute yourself, I can answer your questions by you unmuting. But for me to sit and read all this, and you know, so we have a team that's answering the questions for you guys. Appreciate y'all. Roxy, where you at? I need you to share your screen for me.
Okay.
God damn.
You ready, Roxy?
Yes.
All right, so you guys, now we have Roxy's screen. Roxy is like my flight attendant every week. All right, so so the first thing we're gonna do, right, is we're going to pick the pair. So if you're brand new, Roxy, go ahead and use simple mode for me. Hold it down and switch to simple. I don't want to confuse no one.
Hold it down.
Just hold down any pair. And click on simple view mode for me. There you go. I don't want to scare nobody off. I want them to see what I see. All right, so guys, if you're just starting off, this is after you sync your broker to MetaTrader 4. Like I said, whoever brought you on needs to show you at least this up to this point. Now, the only trade we're going to be calling is GBP, JPY. That's why you see the GJ hat on, see the GJ shirt on. That's the only pair that pays me really well. So if you don't have that on your quote screen, you're going to go and click the plus button to the top right. Everybody look at Roxy's screen, but you can play along with yours at the same time to set it up. And if you needed to look for it, you can actually go in the search and you would type in GBP, JPY. Show that, Roxy, there you go. And then it would pop up and you would add it to your quotes. All right, so let's go back, Roxy. All right, so go back some more.
Trying to go back.
Click on quotes for me. There you go. So now, you have two ways you can enter a trade, but let's get you set up first. So tap on GJ for me, Roxy. Got some cloud action too. Go to open chart. Now to get you set up, I use the cloud and I use the RSI. So if you don't have that, zoom out for Roxy so they can see it. There you go. So if you want to add the cloud to your chart, go to F. Then you would click on F plus on the main chart. And then you would type in Ikimoku Kinko Hayo. I remember I used to butcher that name up, but now I could say it quick. And that's the cloud. That's AKA the cloud. All right. Go back for me, Roxy. The next indicator is the relative strength index. So you can type on indicator 1, click on F plus, and then you would type in the relative strength index. So that's the RSI. This is indicators I use. After you get advanced and you want to use your own indicators, you would learn that from different strategies, but this is what I use, all right? Go back for me, Roxy. All right, now the clock, this is where you change your time frame. So if you don't have it on the 15 minute, you can go to the clock, click on clock for me, and you change it to M15. So M15 means every 15 minutes a new candle comes out. Roxy, go ahead and show them what a candle is. Zoom in for me and show them what is a candle. All these things here is a candle. This is where you make your money. So as it goes up, you're making money. As it goes down, you're making money. All right. You just have to be in the direction of where the candle's going. All right. So let's go. So we want to show you guys how enter and exit the trade. We're going to take the information you just learned in the PowerPoint, and we're going to apply this to entering and exiting the trade. So if you have the word buy, you're going to go ahead and you're going to click into, it's two ways. You can go into a trade right from here. You're going to click on the plus sign that's in the paper to the top right. And remember we said after you choose the pair, you're going to change the lot size. So show them where the lot size is, Roxy. You see where she's moving it? This is where you plug in your lot size. So let's just say put in 25 cents for lot size. All right, so after you put in your lot size, then you're going to click on buy or sell. So go ahead and click buy for me, Roxy. All right, so now we're actually in a trade. So you guys, you see the under GBP JPY buy 25 cents. Under GBP JPY is where you enter the trade, 145.633. All right, this is where the notes come to play. So we say in our notes that we're going to disregard the last number, which is a 3. So our eyes is trained to look at 63, the 2 digits behind the decimal. So we're in a bind. So for us to make money, the market has to go up. So we're going to add 10 pips. So 63 plus 10 is 73. Simple math. So go ahead. Now you're going to hold down the trade, Roxy. You're going to go to modify. Now, guys, we got to go fast when you're doing this because the market don't wait on nobody. So over to the right is when we say we're going to plug in our take profit. So if you have an Android, if you look at the top in the blue, it tells where the entry is. So now you just plug in your take profit, which is 145.733. And you modify it. So now if you go and you tap on the screen, go ahead and tap on the screen, Roxy. Under TP, we plugged in our take profit. So you guys, once you cover the broker's commission, right now we're 45 cents, 67 cents in red. Once we get in blue, that means we're making money. So for 10 pips on this trade, remember we said every 10 pips, 25 cents is what? $25. Okay? So basically, you have to understand the lot size and how much money you're expected to make in that trade. Go to the chart for me, Roxy. Zoom out a little. So go ahead and show them where did you enter the trade. Enter where it says buy 0.25, that line. Show them the market lines. You guys see the red and the blue line? That's actually where the market is at right now. So as long as the market in a buy is above where we enter the trade, we're making money. Show them where our take profit is that we set. So if the market comes and touches our take profit line, it knocks us out of the trade. We all made money. All right? Now, as long as the market is above where we entered, we'll be blue and we made money. All right? Go back to the trade for Roxy. So right now, you see we're at 40 cents and it went below the line. So now we're $3 in the negative. So you just have to be patient. Let it do what it do. Now, we're going to close this out and then we're going to re-enter it so you can see it again. So if for some reason you don't know how to put your stop loss or the market is moving fast and you see that you're in blue and you want to close and take your money right in and don't wait for it to hit your take profit, you're going to hold down the trade and then you're going to go to close order and then you're going to close with your loss or it will be a closing profit. And then that order is done. You're out of the trade. That's if you wanted to close right then, right now. Now, patience, we let it sit and wait. All right, so let's go ahead and do it again, Roxy. We're going to go from the beginning. So go to quotes, show them the other way we can enter the trade. So you go to GBP, JPY. You're going to tap on that, and then you're going to put a new order. This is the second way you can enter the trade. Remember, the first way was the top right-hand corner. So there's two ways you can actually enter the trade. Say we could use the same. First thing you use the lot size. Change it to 20 cents so they can see you changing. You go ahead and join as a buy. The order is now open. So now we look at our entry. Our entry is 145.636. So we're going to add 10 pips to 63. We disregard the last number, and we're trained to look at the two numbers after the decimal. Okay? So go ahead and modify it. And plug in your take profit to the right. And you're going to add your 10 pips, so you're going to add 145.736. Modify it. There you go. Trade is locked and loaded. You verified it is in. Tap on it so they can see the take profit locked. And that's it. Now, here's the thing. You don't even have to sit and watch this because your take profit is already locked. So if you're a big person, you set this number and you can go on. Now, sometimes you can basically, we want to do stop loss and profit. So, because we're scalping in and out the market pretty fast. But if you just set it and you want to forget your TP, you set the take profit and you can go about your day. As long as the margins are hit, you're good to go. All right? Go ahead and unshare your screen for me, Roxy. Just leave that trade running. Do we have any questions? Unmute yourself. We got some folks answering questions in the chat. Thank you guys again. If you have a question, unmute yourself if you want me to address your question.
How do you enter multiple take profits?
So you only want to plug in, it's only one take profit you're going to plug in. One take profit. So you jump in one trade and then you plug in the take profit. So there's only one take profit because remember, the take profit is based, this is the market. If you're in a buy, this is your take profit. So what this is telling you is when the market comes and hits your take profit, it's going to knock you out of the trade. You made money and you're out of the market. So so it's only one take profit you want to do. Now, if you have traders that would do TP1, TP2, TP3, that's a trade, with scalping. It's just one take profit. We shoot for 10 pips.
Can you please explain what scalping was again? You went over that, but I was taking notes and didn't get all of it, please.
So scalping is basically quick. I want my money out now. That means I'm in and out the market pretty fast. Swing traders, basically, they can set it and let it run for hours, let it run for days. 90% of the trades I call or the trades you're going to call is going to happen in seconds or minutes. There's a slight chance that a few of them would take, a couple hours, depending on if news surprisingly pops up. But 9 times out of 10, your trade is going to hit in seconds or minutes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have a question before we go on to the next?
Hi,
yes.
Okay, let's go. We got Diane first. Let's go Diane first, and then we have Aisha.
Hi, I'm using Trader's Way, and my account is verified and everything, but for some reason in the Metaphor app, I can't open it up. It keeps telling me that I have a authorization failed. Tried changing the password, everything, tried deleting it, reinstalling the app, and it's still not working.
Okay, now it may be case sensitive also. What I would tell you, I don't talk down on any brokers, but with this strategy, you want to find a broker that's low as possible on spreads. Okay? So, and low on commissions. So Traders Way, I started with them, but their spreads are a little bit higher than other brokers, and their commissions are, they're probably around the same. But make sure it's case sensitive when you're using it. So when you stick with Traders Way, make sure you give yourself a little more cushion before you throw your stop loss and profit, all right? Because I think Traders Way is like 2 or so. I can't remember. It was higher than what I was using. But make sure you is case sensitive, okay?
Thank you.
So try that, and that should help out. Let me know before the call ends. And if not, you can hit me up. I could kind of help you out with that also. All right? Aisha.
Yeah, so this is her husband. We both on the same
Okay,
line.
no problem.
So the question too of what you're saying, what it is that when you said, okay, you put the take profit in, am I putting a stop loss in there at the same time?
No, with my strategy, you have to wait until you're in profit first to put that stop loss in profit. Because
okay, I got you. So basically,
modify it again. So when you first buy or sell, you would modify it and put your take profit. And once you see you're in profit, then you're going to modify it and you're going to actually put your stop loss. Who's that sharing the screen? Paul, you got that? Can you unshare? Everybody took over the screen.
Okay, I'm still trying to figure this out with an iPhone because I'm talking to you on Android, but I'm on the iPhone. It's kind of complicated on the iPhone. Could you help me out with the iPhone?
Definitely. So, and I don't know, you want me to give you the best advice?
Yeah.
Get an Android phone.
Okay. Let me.
So,
What I'm going to do again? I'm just going to switch over from my Android. I mean, from the iPhone, I'll go to the Android, and I'll call you back on this one.
David. No, you're good. You're good. Because we have people with iPhones too. Is
okay.
Here with an iPhone who doesn't mind sharing their screen to show them how to enter and exit. Anybody that's willing to show their iPhone?
David.
Eddie, you got an iPhone?
No. I told Corey what an iPhone's for, but he didn't believe me.
iPhone make you spend money. We talking about making money. Now you good. Does anybody have an iPhone that's willing to help right now? If not, I can walk you through it, Corey.
All right. David, I have an iPhone.
I have an
Okay, go ahead. Who was that? Go ahead and share your screen for me, please.
1 second.
This is so cool.
This ain't, wait till you start seeing everybody at one time making money. That's the coolest thing ever, man. All right, so that's good. So she has an iPhone. So go ahead and the settings, what we would do in an iPhone is, let me see, I gotta see the bottom. So you would go into, there's the pair. So you would tap on GJ.
Okay.
Go ahead and tap on GJ for me. Who's that?
Okay.
Where?
Who's sharing the screen for me? Can you tap on GJ?
That's Great Britain pound and Japanese yen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning.
Okay, hold on. The screen stop sharing. Anybody else with an iPhone? Help me out real quick.
I have an
Jamal,
iPhone.
are you on here? Somebody with an iPhone, save the day.
Do you want us to share it? Because I have an iPhone.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question?
Stanford got it. And Stanford, I want you to walk us through a trade. So go ahead and tap on GBP JPY.
Cool.
Are we actually in a trade already?
No, we're just going walking through. We're just walking through. So now, Corey, you're going to go into trade.
Cool.
You're going to click on trade. First thing you're going to do is change your lot size. So go ahead, Stanford, change your lot size to whatever. Change it to whatever you want to put. 35. So now let's go click on buy.
Demo, right?
So now the trade is active. All right. So then we're going to come.
Is that the demo account?
This is a demo account, right?
It's not, but it don't matter.
Oh, you better.
Nah, it don't matter.
All right, cool. So you're going to modify it. Go ahead, hold it down and modify it. And now, so see with the iPhones is different. So you would have to go back to the screen and basically write down or memorize whatever your so the entry is 145.633. So that means you can add 10 pips, which is 73, right? So you're going to modify it, and you're going to put in take off at 145.733. And then you're going to click on modify, and the trade is locked in. All right. I can't hear you, Corey. Did you get it, Corey?
I'm sorry. That's on the take profit side?
The take profit, yeah. Go ahead and modify it for me, Stanford. So where it says take profit, that's where you're going to plug that in.
Okay, 733. And then on, oh shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry. This thing is so difficult. Oh my goodness. Okay, because
it's not.
Okay, I see it.
Your first day, so you're doing good. 90% of people you know don't know how to do this.
Okay.
And then you modify it, and then the trade is locked in.
How do I modify?
After you plug in the take profit, you're going to click on modify.
Where's the modify button on this one?
It should be right under. I should have let you share your screen.
He can share his screen real quick.
You can also modify by swiping left.
You want me to let him share his screen?
Well, no, I think the iPhone is kind of different with this. You know how to do screen recording, Corey?
Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm doing my trade on the iPhone, and I'm talking to you on the Android.
Okay.
You can modify by swiping left on the iPhone as well.
Okay, so swipe left on the iPhone.
Okay, got it.
I get a high from
Pencil icon.
Say it again. We got some background noise.
Click
I'm
on
back,
the pencil.
I'm back to the balance, equity,
Click
margin.
Click on the pencil.
You need to close that trade, man. You make losing money.
Yo, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Corey, I'll make sure I work with you after this. All right?
Yeah.
All right, and we will make sure you understand how to do this. Does anybody else go ahead and stop sharing? Anybody have any questions? Anybody else have any questions?
Yes, Mr. GJ. Quick question. There's different people that were. All right.
Okay, we got some background noises. Hold on 1 second. Paul, you got this?
Said it, mister. I gotta run.
Oh, you got it?
Who's got the question?
I got Mark from Georgia.
All right.
Hey, Mr. GJ, quick question. There were certain people that were arguing about the lot size in the chat, saying the lot size was wrong. Can you go over?
Your phone is breaking up. Say it again for me.
There were certain people that were arguing about what the lot size was when you guys set it up to 0.25 earlier, saying it wasn't what they thought it was. Can you go over lot size with the decimals mean?
Still can't hear you. You said anything about lot size?
Yeah, he said there's some people in the chat who were confused about the lot size. Some thought it was $2 when you put in 0.2. So,
no, it was 20 cents.
So they just want you to go over what it means when it's 2.0 or 0.02 or 0.2, the difference.
Okay. So if you're at 0.20, that would have been 20 cents. If you're at 0.02, that would mean 2 cents. So every 10 pips at 0.02, you would have made $2. Every 10 pips at 0.05 would be $5 you make. Every 10 pips at 0.20 would be $20 you're making. You know, if you get to, 0.75, every 10 pips is $75. If you're at 1.00, you would make, with 10 pips, $100. If you're at 2.00, you would have made, $200 with 10 pips.
Can you go over how to modify a trade again on the iPhone?
Okay. Do you have an iPhone? You have a screen record?
Do I have a what? A screen what?
Have you a screen record?
Screen record. I'm not sure how to use it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm in prison right now. I'm just trying to get this, you know what I mean? So, man, here I've been in prison about 10 years. I don't really know how to use the technology, so I'm kind of new to all this here. So
okay.
I'm just really trying to get into it. Somebody brought me into it who's involved with this group. Somebody invited me to it. Somebody who I knew from before I came in here. So
okay.
I'm trying to get involved in it. And another thing is the card that I have is a prepaid MasterCard. So it's not letting me get the broker. Right. It's not letting me move the money from the card. Like basically I have to get like a credit card or like a real debit card or something like that.
Okay, so yeah, I think Paul, are you familiar with using a debit card? Because some of I think brokers, you have to get verified, and when you get verified, you're gonna have a ID and basically address which your name to verify as you. And then once you do that, there's a few different ways. Different brokers you use have different methods of depositing and withdrawing. So I'm not sure if they're gonna use the debit card when it comes to funding your account. So maybe we could probably have to look into another method of depositing and withdrawing, because when it's time for you to take your money out of the market, they may not put it back into that debit card. If that makes sense.
So I just use it. So I use it just a credit card. I have to find a card, another card then.
Yeah, you have to find a card with an account. You know, like a checking or yeah, for them before they approve the transactions.
Okay, that's no problem. But I'm still kind of behind with the modifying on a trade. I got the part where I'm trying to take notes and everything. So I type in the take profit, and then from the take profit, how do I modify the trade from there?
So the first thing you're going to do is you find first thing you do is you're going to find the pair, which is GBP JPY, correct?
Right.
Then you're going to go ahead and you tap on it. You go to trade. The first thing you do is you put your lot size. Okay. Once you put your lot size, then what you're going to do is you're going to click on buy or sell, depending on what the trade costs. After you click on buy or sell, the trade is going to be activated. Then you're going to go in and you're going to modify the trade. And that's when you're going to do your calculations. You're going to add 10 in the buy, subtract 10 in the sell. And that's when you're going to actually take profit.
All right. Add 10 pips for a buy, subtract 10 pips with the sell.
Correct.
And a pip is percent in profit, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is money. Yeah, I'm taking notes.
There you go.
And that's basically money, right?
Yep, that's the movements in the market. That's money.
Okay, and every 0.01 is 10 pips.
So
0.01, 1 cent is 10 pips?
Yeah, so 0.01, which is 1 cent for your lot size, every 10 pips will be $1.
$1.
Yeah.
All right. Every 10 pips is $1. 3 cents is $3.
Hello. Man, you count on quick.
Yeah, and 20 cents is $20. All right, so okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to get to the modifying. I'm gonna talk to
Trust me, Josh. It's gonna take practice. You know, this your first time coming on training, right?
Yeah.
Trust me. It took me 3 months. So what you learned just now in a couple minutes, it took 3 months. Understand the stuff. So you actually on pace. So what I recommend you do is practice it with your demo account. You have access to the trade calls, and every time it calls, you practice it with your demo account. If you mess up, it's all right. That's what practice is for. You just make it right the next time around.
All right.
And you have a program, so we'll make sure you understand this thing. But you'll get it. Just don't give up. You'll get it. All right.
All right. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem. All right, we got one more question before we go into the strategy real quick. Like I said, we try to combine everything into one. After we go over the strategy, we're going to go into the spreadsheet, and then last, we're going to tell you guys what to look for the trade signals when it happens. All right. So one more question. No more questions? All right, let's go. Let's make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. Impulse. So let me just go over this here, and then shouldn't take long. I'm gonna just run through it so you guys can actually know, what we're looking for. And like I said, I'm just putting this all together in one training for you guys. All right. All right, so my strategy, like I said, is scalping. We have 2 ways I scalp. I scalp off of the impulse, which is what you guys have access to this week for free, and I scalp off of the consolidation, which you can learn through Mr. GJ TV. So right now we're going to focus on the impulse, guys, and the impulse strictly states, what's Newton's law? Every action have a reaction. Look at the airplane. The airplane is on level ground. The airplane takes off. It gets this altitude. It levels up. Time to land. It starts to descend. And then it comes back to level ground. So what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. All right? I took that and I ran with it. So my strategy is, the impulse. This particular strategy never took in a loss. out of my 720 something or 730 something wins and 11 losses, the 11 losses came from me scalping the consolidation, which is another topic. All right. So the impulse never taking a loss. All right. So this is why we came up with this indicator where you guys have access to that basically identifies the impulse is going to give you the corrections. All right. So as anything, I think we then went over disclaimer. Past results don't guarantee you future results. My journey is going to be different than everybody else's journey, but we basically give you the vision, opportunity, that you can actually make this happen. I didn't know nothing about trading a year and 2 months ago. I had no clue. I barely could have spelled Forex. This was brand new. So just remember, this being something brand new to me, I caught on to it. It took me 3 months. Which some people it take days, it take weeks, who knows, it take hours. Josh just started in a couple minutes, he usually caught on to it. So everybody's journey is different, all right? So we talked about goals in the last clip, right? So my scalping goals in the market, is basically, 5 trades minimum per day of 4 pips in profit. So if, I hit 4 pips in profit, that would give me a total of 20 pips. Now, this can be 2 trades that I call and 10 pips hit on each trade. And that 20 pip total for that day is me. I am happy with 20 pips a day. Let me tell you, once you understand how to compound this stuff, it's going to make a lot of sense to you. And it doesn't matter about catching 100, 200, 300 pips in one trade call. If you put me up against someone that's calling a trade for 100 pips and I scalp 100 pips, I will make way more money than them because I'm compounding my money every 10 pips. They would have to stay in that trade for 100 pips and then close it, whereas every 10 pips I'm compounding, so my lot size is increasing. All you're doing is basically growing your money. Just think about it. You buy a house for $100,000. You sign a 20-year, 30-year mortgage, right? In 20, 30 years, you're going to pay up for that house 2-3 times what you actually paid for it, because of the banks compounding the interest on the top of your loan. So, and then first, you have to pay the interest down. So when you're paying your mortgage, you have majority of your mortgage goes towards the interest and the rest goes towards the principal. So why can't you do this on your own money? Compound the interest, compound your money on top of your own money. And that's where the lot size comes in, when you actually compound it. And we'll go over the spreadsheet where you see it. So daily 20 pips a day, for the week, 100 pips a week. For the month, 400 pips a month. It can be more, but for the last, 8, 9 months, I've been consistently hitting over 100 pips a week. Easy. Some days you may catch 40 or 50 pips. Some days when the market's not moving, you may catch 10 or you may not catch none. You just have to be patient for the impulse, all right? And let me give you the big picture. You can start off with a lower lot size, like a penny, 0.01 or 0.05, and start. That's where I start. But when stuff gets real, let me show you guys. If I'm trading $10 lot size, every 10 pips is $1,000. So that means 20 pips a day. I've made $2,000 in that day. If I'm trading $20 for my lot size, 10 pips is $2,000. Basically 20 pips is $4,000. And this number goes on. So you can start there and compound your money up. That's why the pip count, you want to catch pips, yeah, but you want to be smart on how you're making the money with the pips, all right? All right, so my reasons behind scalping is basically you catch pips quick in and out the market, like we said. I personally do weekly withdrawals. Number one, I don't trust the brokers, any broker, so I want to take my money out of the market as much as I can. The last 2 weeks, I've been basically taking out money every day because I don't trust the brokers. Some brokers freeze doing the market, if you have an impulse or what's going on, but I like to see my money in my account because I want to get excited to be able to trade the next week. All right. Fast moving in the market. The market is moving fast. You making money. All right. And then scalping, you can trade any time of the day. All right. Especially consolidation. But with the scalping, you want to basically stay put and be patient. All right. Low spreads. Find a broker with low spreads, guys. Do your research and find a broker that works best for you. but you want low spreads, low commission, and if they can reimburse you on your deposit, that's fine. But the reason you want to do low spreads and low commission is because that's more money into your pocket. All right? Find one to be married. My pair was GJ. All right? GJ moves between 100 and 200 pips daily, and the more time you spend with one particular pair, basically you get familiar how it moves. You know, you're not surprised on what's going on. Just think about it. I got hundreds and hundreds, I got thousands of folks just watching one pair right now. You can imagine how many people is watching the moves that is making. There's folks in the organization that knows GJ more than me. You got Jennifer, Andre, you know, so many people that knows how GJ works. Lyndon, you know, so many people that knows how GJ moves better than me. And it's because they took on my strategy, perfected, and came up with something they have now. But you find one pair married, just think about it. If you live with somebody, right? You live with them day in, day out. You know what time they wake up in the morning. You know what time they go take a shower. You know what time they take a poop. You know what time they brush their teeth. You know what time they go to work. You know what time they fart. You know what time they go to eat. You know the music they like. You know everything about that person when you live with them. Same thing. Marry this pair. And it doesn't have to be GJ. It could be any pair that you love. I love GJ because it moves a lot. All right? So, yeah, marry one pair. Hello. Leveraging. Okay, if you follow the spreadsheet, now with the spreadsheet, this you guys, you know, I'll tell you guys, if you're part of, you know, IML or, you know, active member, you have access to the spreadsheet. For this week, you just need to learn 1 to 3% of your trading account. And then, you know, if you guys like what you see and you become active, you know, the next week or after, then you guys will give you access to the spreadsheet. You'll see the spreadsheet today, but we will at least hold something, you know, that we don't give everything away, you know, today. But leveraging, the spreadsheet forces you to leverage between 400 to 500 pips, all right? That tells you can sustain 200 to 400 pips, worst case scenario. All that means is if news comes out of the woodworks and nobody expects it, then your account should be able to sustain the movement and its correction. All right? Leverage is key. Don't over leverage. Don't be greedy. Make sure you can sustain any pullback. Now, when we go over these indicators, we're actually going to tell you guys which ones that's not going to have any drawdowns and which ones you need to be able to leverage your account. Please, please, please. I don't need nobody saying they blow their accounts while everybody's still making money. Do not over leverage. And what I recommend is you trade your demo account until you get comfortable in what you're doing. Trust me, it's going to help. I had a guy, you know, that signed up under, you know, IML with me about a month and a half ago. He basically traded demo for a month, and went live after a month. And basically, all he's been doing is taking profits, straight profits, because he's comfortable. Now, everybody's journey is different. It's okay. It's okay. Just make sure you have a plan of what you want to do. Don't force yourself. If you know, honestly, there's only one person can tell you if you're ready or not. But if you honestly know that you're not ready to trade live in the market, you may be excited because you see people making money. But if you honestly know that you're not ready and you're still panicking, please wait, trade your demo, practice until you get comfortable. It's the best advice I can give you. I would hate for you to lose money in the market because you're either slow plugging it in or basically you're plugging in the wrong information. That's why we do this. I do this training every Sunday. All right, so my job is to try to help you guys as much as possible on understanding how to do this, all right? But leverage is going to be key. This is going to be where people be consistently winning. Highlight this page. Take a picture of it. Make sure you leverage your accounts right. Please, please, please. Be able to sustain at least 200 to 400 pips. Worst case. If you follow the spreadsheet, you sustain about 400 to 500, even better. All right, but this is going to be the difference between somebody winning consistently in the market and folks losing. All right. All right, so impulse. Let's talk what the impulse is. And this is my strategy. So the impulse is basically identifying 70 to 100 pips of consecutive candles and basically entering the correction. Remember, every action have a reaction. So the impulse is the action, the reaction is the correction. All right, think of it as an airplane. The takeoff is the impulse, the landing is the correction. We make money off of the correction. All right, now, if you look, it has to be consecutive buy candles or consecutive sell candles. There cannot be no mixture in between. So remember, calculating the pips, you're going to go from the two numbers after the decimal when you're doing your calculations. And it takes practice. But the signal you guys have access to is going to do all that work for you. All you have to do is enter buy or sell when it tells you. But I want you guys to at least see what this signal indicator is looking at and what it's doing for you, not just to enter a trade because it's telling you to enter it, to actually know what's happening, what's going on. All right. So consecutive buy or sell candles, you enter on the correction. All right. This example here is in buys, it went 80 pips, and the correction would have been 10 pip take profit. This here is 70 to 100 pips on the impulse down. It's wick to wick. It can be one candle, it can be 10 candles. As long as you calculate the 70 to 100 pips, that is considered an impulse. All right. So in this example, drop down 95 pips, and the correction was a buy, and you caught the 10 pips there. All right. We're looking at 15-minute time frame. You're making money off of the correction. Perfect example when you put your stop loss in profit. All right. So this here is the TP we talked about. So if you would have entered here for the entry, you basically go 10 pips in the market if it was a buy. If it was a sell, it would have been the opposite way around. Stop loss in profit. Same example. You entered here at 140.29 in a buy. Your ultimate goal is 10 pips in the market. Stop loss. You got 4 pips in profit, and you put your stop loss in profit to protect your money, and you ride it up to your take profit. If the market is moving too fast, just go ahead and close it out in blue. All right. Summary, set your goals, make our regular withdrawals, because you need to have some excitement to go trade the next day. All right, remember, any profit is good profit. So I don't care if you made $1, I don't care if you made 100, I don't care if you made 1,000. Please, please, please understand, anytime you make profit, that's money you didn't have in your account. All right, if you can't put your stop loss in fast enough, close it out. Do not over leverage. That's the biggest thing you can possibly write down right now, is do not over leverage. Over leverage is equal to greed, and greed is equal to blown accounts. Hear me when I say that? All right, and then practice in your demo. All right, any questions over that strategy real quick? Next thing we're gonna go into is the spreadsheet, and then we're gonna go into what to look for on these signals. Do we have any questions? I see the chat was blowing up, but hopefully we have some people answering the questions. I see you, Matt. Appreciate it, Matt and Andre. I see Jennifer over there working. But any questions? Unmute yourself. Go ahead, Gerald.
Okay, so I know that right now the big thing is the impulse strategy, but are you still doing the consolidation strategy? Like, is that still valid? Or
So at this moment, we still have the consolidation on Mr. GJ TV. That's more for advanced traders right now, because we want to get so much people making money and profits in the market. We're more or less shooting on the impulse, because the impulse never taking a loss. And basically, we want everybody to make money right now. So yes, me personally, I still trade the consolidation on a separate account, because I understand it. If you want to learn the consolidation, you can go to Mr. GJ TV and perfect it. And once we get this program up and running, and we have the app that's officially launched, then we can go back to doing trainings on the consolidation. But 10 times out of 10, if you trade the impulse, you're gonna hit profit. You're gonna make money. So that's really the movement we have right now. But the consolidation is basically any number that you can make money in the market. All right. Did that help out?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you so much.
Have another question?
Hey, David, this is Vesta. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. I understand the impulse and the 70 to 80 pips that it has to go up or down. But if we're paying attention to if we're on the 15-minute time frame and we're paying attention to that last candle, then do we need to wait or are we going to see the impulse once we get on the chart, if that makes sense?
Okay, so the 15 minutes is what we're looking at. Oh, you don't laugh at this pen. It's a pink pen I just picked up. But if you're looking at the if you're looking at the 50, we're looking at the 15-minute time frame. This indicator that we designed is for the 15-minute. So once we go over what to look for in the indications or the signals you guys are getting, it'll make more sense. What we just went over was more or less so people can understand what they're actually going to be getting from this signal and not just waiting. I don't want you guys to be dumbfounded and just, don't even know what you're getting signals from doing. So like if you was to look at the market or the trade, or if you see in my personal Telegram, I say something like get ready or impulse forming, you guys can actually look and see, okay, this is what he's talking about. And 9 times it's off of the 15-minute time frame. So when you actually get the buy or sell or the bearish bullish alert, you're waiting for that next candle, then yeah, that's going to be off of the 15-minute time frame. But it doesn't have to be the next candle when you're looking at the impulse. Like, for example, there's folks that know the strategy, and if they see that bearish bullish alert, even before then, if they go wick to wick and they actually calculate the pips, they know they can go and catch pips off of it before the signal even comes out. So ultimately, that's what you guys want to get to. Get to the point where you can actually identify this strategy, the impulse, and basically jump in and make your own trade calls and not really wait or have to rely on this indicator. It is something good because it's made me get some more time back throughout the day and not really looking at my phone or looking at my computer all day long. I have an annoying ringtone for when that alert comes off. I'm telling you, I was in the middle of a conversation, very important conversation with the building owner for my insurance company because we're moving, and that thing came off, and I stopped him and I say, hold on, buddy, in the middle of a conversation. I got in there for $27 lot size, and in basically 20 seconds, that thing hit, and I made $2,700, and I showed him, and basically now he will trade. And we was having a very important conversation, but I have the most annoying ringtone in for when that notification comes off that I shut everything down. Paul can tell you, we be on the phone, having a conversation, that comes off, he knows I'm done. Hang up, we're gone. So, I want you guys to actually know why you're actually getting into the trade. So that's why I went over this strategy here. I kind of ran through it because I just want you guys to see. That what you saw is actually what this indicator is doing, all right? But yes, when we go over the indicators, the alerts in a few, we'll go over what to look for in the next candle and stuff like that. Help? I think it did. All right.
I got another question real quick, Dave.
All right, go ahead.
I want to know how long you all have been back testing the actual indicator or app or program that you're about to drop. And I just lost my train of thought. When is it coming out? That's the most important thing. When you release
it. All right. Paul may start to mute me. I'm going to try to answer as I can. You notice Paul unmute himself on this one?
I'm ready, man.
Oh, man. I didn't brought Paul into man.
Paul, you want to answer this question? You got it, Paul.
Well, just stay tuned on Mr. GJ's YouTube channel. That's where we'll be making any of these big announcements. But stay tuned, subscribe, get your notifications, because it's coming soon.
Okay, I'm definitely am. Okay, I got one last question.
Before you go, hold on. Let's answer the full question for you. So he like you say, stay tuned for what's coming soon, and it is soon. But you asked about back testing this.
Right. So, yeah.
Back testing this. I've been back testing this for 10 months now. All this indicator is basically doing is mimicking my trading strategy. It's mimicking, you know, the impulse. That's all it's doing. You know, and even after that, actually the alert app, you know, we had it for about a couple of months that we've been working on. You know, right now the reason it's still in beta because the take profits is actually what we're plugging in. So after it tells you buy or sell, we're actually the one to go in and plug in the take profit. So even when you see the buy or sell, if you understand how to plug into pips, I recommend you go and plug in 10 pips from your entry. But we actually go in and plug in the 10 pips. Every trade see that's called, I'm in that same trade. All right. So yes, you know, it's been back test. Impulse never took a loss. There's a number of folks on here that have been following me for months and months that can contest. You know, Jennifer, she got something bigger than what I actually do. She puts the fibs on it, and you actually could get more than 10 pips from it. I mean, so there's so much more guys haven't seen, you know, that we're actually going to keep you guys engaged and keep you guys making a little money. All right, you have one more question before we go on?
Yeah, you said we should leverage in a way that we can be able to afford to lose 200 to 400 pips, but at the same time, wouldn't we put our stop loss at 100 pips?
So the stop loss,
if it
the
doesn't
100
hit
pips.
quick.
So here's the thing: you can put a stop loss on whenever you're ready. You don't want to do stop loss and profit. It's your account. You know, you're willing to risk whatever. You know, all I do is I basically go over what I do. So because we're leveraging, you know, my accounts are always leveraged 400 to 500 pips, and that's what the spreadsheet what I'm going to go over. It forces you to do. So basically, you know, it forces you to leverage right. You know, there's very seldom that you would see more than the 70 to 100. Just think about it. If it goes up, spikes up, or drops down 70 to 100 pips, and then we're entering, for some reason it goes another 70 to 100, it's going to correct. And it's proven itself to correct back to that 70-point mark. And I'm going to go over, when we go over the indicators we look for, not the indicators what to look for, the notification, the alerts that you get. You're going to be able to choose. You don't have to get in every single trade you see, but you're going to be able to choose. And I'm going to explain how this works. And there is 2 notifications that you're going to get. If you just stick to those notifications, I know I'm not supposed to say guarantee, and I know we're recording. So, but there is more likely a 99.99% chance that you're going to hit profit. And I'll go over that at the end. We're almost done. So you will be able to choose when you want to enter and exit those trades. All right, trust me when I say that. I'm not so sure about a lot of stuff, but man, trust me. You know, anybody has been in the last 2 weeks, they can contest. This thing it's fire. It's profits, TPs, like it's knocking it out. All right. Somebody else had a question before we move on? I saw we had a question in the chat about the alerts. So this week is free access for everyone. After this week, you know, as long as you're IML active, you will have access to this. I think we said that right, Paul, or next week is, because we're still with the programmers where we have to add the EP, which is the entry, and you take profit. So we're still in beta, you know, and once that is done, then we would talk about the app. But for now, I think if I know the team and Legacy Worldwide guarantees that as long as you're active. But I think we're going to do, once you're IML active, you'll have free access. But this week, anybody has access to it. Get everybody you know and show them what they can actually do, make money from their cell phone and their computer. You know, I was talking to a guy, Kevin. He treated me to lunch to pick my brain last week, Thursday. And we was just talking, you know, just going over some stuff. And I was like, you know, I've been a hustler since I was young, man, back in the Bahamas. Like, I've been working at my mom's job at Coca-Cola from a little boy, lifting sodas and been packing bags at grocery stores. You know, I've always had a hustle in blood. You know, that wasn't like, there was no doubt that I would make money. You know, people, they was giving me nicknames, call me the money man and stuff like I always had a hustle. And even growing up being an adult, now, you know, I have numerous business I run that's successful. You know, I'm 31, just turned 31 in March, and I've been making over 6 figures from I was 24. So I've always had a hustle in me. But I was sitting down and I was talking to him, Kevin. I think he probably my #1 buddy. He's been pushing me from day one. But I told this guy, I said, I've never seen something so easy to make the type of money I'm making. I've made a lot of money. I've made over 100,000 easy. But from my doggone cell phone, from a laptop, pushing a button, you can imagine $80,000 in 2 weeks off of pushing a button from this indicator you guys have access to. It's been so easy to do this. And I think that's more, and then not about me making the money. I can call a trade and hundreds and thousands of people can jump in the same exact trade and make money all at the same time. I've never done nothing like that. Never in life. I've been able to help so many people all at once. So this is just a different ball game. This is a different ball game. You know, I can see multiple millions this year. Same indicator you guys have access to. I'm telling you. All right, so I just went off the story, but let's go. So let's focus. Any more questions? Let's go into this spreadsheet. We're going to go into the spreadsheet, and then we're going to end this thing off with to look for. Can you guys see my spreadsheet? Paul, do you see it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you have access to the spreadsheet right now, this is how you use it. And the reason I'm going over this is because I do not want nobody guessing on what their lot size should be. All right. So this comes from back testing. You know, the number one thing you hear people say when they're learning, you know, a strategy is, oh, I blow my account. I was greedy. Or I did this, you know. That's one of the number one things you hear people say when they're learning. They're blowing accounts. Man, I had to stop you guys from doing that. So I actually came up with this with Jamal. And I'm saying we're going to force people to leverage their accounts right. So yes, this spreadsheet is a 10% growth daily, but you're going to use 20% of your actual balance, and you're going to plug it in your beginning balance. So for example, if you have $100 that you're going to trade, you're going to use $20. 20% of 100 is 20. If you have 200, you're going to use 40. This can be added. The numbers will change. If you have 1,000, you're going to use 200. Whatever amount you have in your actual trading account, you're going to take 20% of that number and you're going to plug it into your beginning balance. Now, if you don't do it and you blow your account or you're not following what we're saying, then that's on you. So 20% of your actual balance. So if you have $100 in there, you're going to put 20 in there. And then this is going to give you your lot size per day. Every day. And this is not actually day by day, calendar year. This is actually every 10 pips you hit is going to be equivalent to one that you knocked off of the spreadsheet. And let's just say you took $100 and you used 20% of it. You can sustain almost 500 pips. The goal for you is to get to day 17. That's 170 pips. Now, I've been able to break my record on this spreadsheet is basically 24 days in 1 week. So basically 24 days I was able to knock out in 1 week. So here's the thing. No matter what balance you use, if you use $100, which in, you know, $100 would have been what? 500 would have been 20% of that, right? Basically day 17, you have 500 back. If you use $40, which would have been 200 in your trade account, day 17, you have your $200 back. On day 17, your actual trading balance is going to be back into your account. Take the money out, take it out, and then you're in all market money. Once you're in market money, game over. All right? Now, if you have $20, this can get you in 30 days, 348 compounded. Remember, we start off at 2 cents, and it grows 4 cents as the days knock out. Day 30 on day 32 cents. Day 60, you took $20, turned it into 6,060 days off of the spreadsheet. Not calendar days, but basically 60 days from 10 pip trades. Now you're at a $5 lot size. In 90 days, you took $20 and turned it into $106,000. And here's your lot size at that day. All right? You can even, if you go to a larger number, if you have $200 in there and you put $40 in your beginning balance, same thing. It gives you the lot size of the day. In 30 days, in 17 days, you got your $200 back. 30 days, $600, you had 63 on your lot size. 60 days, you took $4 and turned it into 12,000 in not 60 days, guys. You can do this in like 2 weeks. You had $11 lot size. In 90 days, you took $40 and turned it into $212,000. This is the same thing the banks do to your money when you get a mortgage, guys. They compound the money, the interest on your loan. That's how they get more money from you. All we're doing is compounding on your own account. Also, too, you have your goals that day, and then you have the actual numbers you hit on that trade per day. So if your goal was $4, you basically put $4. Wherever you go, you keep track of it, and you can actually keep this. You know, I have this on my cell phone. I have this on my computer, you know, and you just use it. I mean, every time you get in the trade and hit 10 pips, you basically knock off 1 day off of the spreadsheet. It is easy. All right? Any questions on the spreadsheet? Any questions on the spreadsheet? Unmute yourself, ask them. If not, I'm going to go into this alert.
Hey, David, I had someone asking about having multiple trades going. So just go over that. You want to have one trade at a time. Use, you know, use one account just for this and don't mix it up with other trades. You get over.
Definitely. So one trade at a time. Be patient. It's going to hit. You know, if you have that itch that you want to trade and it happens to the best of us, you know, have another account where you could play around, or not play around, but actually learn your strategy or back test it or whatever. But, you know, and then if you're taking trades from other people or other signals or, you know, whatever, do not mix it up with this, because we're going to make money. And I don't want you to come here and you make money 1 week and everybody making money, and then next you go jump and get trades from somewhere else and you take a loss, and that affects what you're making here. Use one account for the impulse alerts only. It's going to grow. It is going to grow. There were so many success stories, you know, in the last 2 weeks. I mean, I've been getting success stories for months, but just in the last 2 weeks, the way this thing hitting, there's so many success stories, guys. Don't be greedy. If you got a trade, use another account. You can have multiple accounts with your broker. You know, that means you have to put a bunch of other money. You can take, you know, $20 and put in another account, or $100, put in another account, and just let that thing, you know, trade with that account. But use this account for the impulse only. All right? Any questions on that?
Mr. GJ, people are asking in the chat, how does withdrawing your money affect the spreadsheet and how you continue going down the spreadsheet once you withdraw money?
So here's the thing. My ultimate goal for you guys is to get to day 17. Once you get to day 17, guess what? You're all market money. You was able to take all your money out of the market, and you're in market money. At that point in time, you can start back to day one. I tell you to start back at day one and then run it through, because now it's all market money. But my ultimate goal is everybody to get their personal money out of their accounts. Once you do that, it's okay. So day 17 can happen in a week, it can happen in 2 weeks. Get your money out of the market. All right?
Hey, GJ, I got a question for you to touch on that. Once you get to day 17, you take your money out of the market, say you start back over at day 1. Do you start back over at that lowest lot size, or do you start back over at the lot size that you were at when you started over?
At that particular point, that would be a decision you would make. because it's now market money. The safest way would be to still do the 20% because you would be safe. You know, you're following the procedure, the structure. You know, but at that point, you can do a 10% growth on it because you'll be good to go.
Cool. What about
and it would be market money because my goal for you guys after you start back over is to pay yourself weekly, at least 10% every week. You want to pull back out of the market. If you want to run the spreadsheet through, me personally, I like my money. I just withdraw every week. So you can basically set a goal and you say you want to take out X amount of dollars per week. And if you take it out, just go back a few days on the spreadsheet and you'll be all right. All right. Any other questions? All right. So this is how we do. Go ahead.
Maybe go over again. We're getting a lot of questions about how to get the spreadsheet. So just go over a little bit about whether you're IML or, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay. So guys, so basically, you know, our journey, we all started with iMarkets Live. You know, that they actually, you know, was an educational platform, trade education. We basically taught all of us, you know, on how to, you know, how to trade or what to look for. It starts from the very basics. So the alerts we're actually doing, because they're actually in iMarkets Live, we're not charging anything for you guys to have access to the alerts. But this particular week, I was talking to Randy and you know, Paul and Jamal. I said, you know what? I'm just, you know, hey, here's the thing. When I'm making money, I figured I throw all kind of money out on the table and stuff like that. But I was like, man, you know, we did 2 promos the last 2 weeks. You know, you have to, you know, either basically, because here's the thing. I spent thousands of dollars on getting all this stuff together. You know, the website, the indicators. You know, this is not free. So this is my own market money. You know, that basically created this solid foundation where you guys can come in and understand, you know, a simple strategy and make money from it. You know, so we do have, you know, I'm actually, you know, I promote, you know, iMarkets Live, and for everybody, the ultimate goal is going to be you guys who are all active with IML is going to have access to this. You know, as long as I'm here, you guys have access to it free. You know, but this week alone, we just wanted you guys to invite friends, your family members, who's being skeptical about what you're doing, how you're making money in the market. You know, it's okay for me to say, hey, I made X amount of dollars, but for them to actually witness it and basically see, you know, folks just like themselves and actually do the live trade and build confidence in it, because I was skeptical until I made my first withdrawal and saw that money in my bank account. You know, so until you can actually build confidence. So this week here is straight off of confidence. You know, folks that don't understand this, nobody knew about this market. So folks that don't know about it, and you got, you know, basically invited to it this week, our goal is for you to build belief and see the amount of money, see the opportunity you guys have right in front of you that you didn't know, or what your friend, family member is actually doing, and you basically are taking part of it. So for the spreadsheet, you know, it's straight for, you know, active members. You know, this here is just for you guys to have the alert, to be able to actually get in the trades and see what we're doing and make money if you go live. If you're in a demo, see how you're making money in your demo account. And then a week later or after, if you decide that you actually believe in it, then you can join on whoever invited you. You can actually, you know, join iMarkets Live with us and actually change the way you look at life and change money, the way you look at money and how you make money in this market. You know, so the spreadsheet, you won't have access to the spreadsheet unless you're an active member. You know, then we'll basically send you the spreadsheet where you can actually follow it with us. But eventually, you know, it's going to be free access to everybody that's active. You know, until otherwise. Right now, you know, we still have more money to put into it. You know, because we have secrets that Paul would mute me if I say. But this is just the beginning. It's so much more added to what you guys are seeing.
Hey, Dave.
All right. Go ahead.
Hey, are we still doing 6x6 this week, brother?
Oh, thanks for saying that. So 6x6, we're gonna do Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from here on out. just a few things. One of, on Sundays we're doing, me personally, I'm doing back-to-back trainings on Sundays. It's like 3 hours, 4 hours, and then 6x6. We got to go and make trade calls for you guys. But and then the market is not really moving as much on Sunday. Monday is the work week, and then it starts the work week, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when the market is really settled down, and we can actually make better trade decisions, and then we'll actually be doing trade houses those 3 days. Where we go live. In a trade house. I know Andre have a location in Denton that I'll be going to on Tuesday, either Tuesdays or Thursdays.
We still got to schedule the Germany one though.
Say it again for me.
We still got to schedule that Germany trip.
I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I know Ori is having me is that Fort Lauderdale, I think in May. I know Kenya is on if you guys want me to come into the market, let's go ahead and submit Mr. GJPipwalking.com, submit a request, and Paul he'll deal with all that stuff, let you know where we need to have me there. But I know so far we get Kenya, Fort Lauderdale, Germany. If you guys set it up, we'll be there. I know Greece, Team Greece is in the building, and I know Bahamas is going to be, so I'll be going there again pretty soon. And Canada is we have a lineup, guys. So I'll be in your markets. If you want me in your market too, just let me know. And we'll set it up, and I'll come there and train you guys on the strategy. But to have access to the spreadsheet and be active, and basically we'll go from there with that. So if you don't have the spreadsheet, 1 to 3% of your lot size, whoever brought you in, my only requirement for the people that actually invited guests was to make sure they show you how to enter and exit the trade. Even though we did it just now, it was to make sure we show you how to enter and exit a trade. All right? Any questions before I actually go over these in the alerts you need? This is going to be the most important part of the call. I just wanted to make sure the brand new folks that came on this week, you guys know what's the whole basis behind it, understand how to enter and exit the trade, and now what we're looking for. All right, so do we have any other questions before we go over the alerts?
Hey, David.
Hey.
I just got, when you finish this training session, you could hit me up because I want you to, help me up some more with entering and exiting the trade. I was having a little trouble, so if you're free.
We'll jump on right after this.
All right, then.
All right. See, that's my personal. I brought her on. I'm responsible for her. So you guys who invite folks, you make sure you're responsible for your folks, all right? All right, guys, so we're going to end this, but we're going to go over the stuff you guys need to know. Please write this down and remember this, all right? So this alert, this is important. When you're going to have a few alerts in this Telegram that you're in, okay? I'm going to give you 2 of them that they're just telling you what to look for. So if you get an alert that says red line crossing above the blue line or red line crossing below the blue line, that doesn't mean to get into the trade. That's just going over some of my indicators on the consolidation. That's telling you it possibly could go into a buy and it possibly could go into a sell. So the red line crossing is not going into a trade. That's just giving you an idea of what the trade is doing, what the market is doing. All right? Real quick, I know we've been on for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Go ahead and blow up the chat once real quick if you guys gained some value and knowledge so far and if you're awake. Because this is going to be the most important part. Making sure you guys are awake. All right. So, red line crossing, blue line, that's just a notification. Don't jump in no trades, all right? All right. Another indicator is going to be my RSI, the relative strength index. If it's going to give you notification if it, 1, crosses above 70 or crosses below 30. That's the indicator I follow. Remember, this indication, this group, this signal is designed to mimic my strategy. The same things I would have told you guys is what this is doing. So if it says RSI is crossing above 70, that means it's overbought and it's going to potentially go into a sell. If it says RSI is below 30, that means it's oversold. It's going to potentially go into a buy. This is something you can watch my trainings on Mr. GJT. That's cool. But that does not mean you jump into a buy or sell. All right? Everybody got those too. Are y'all with me? Somebody say no. What didn't you get, Carlene? Unmute yourself. Help me out. Carlene, are you there? I don't want nobody to miss out on this. I guess if you don't want to unmute yourself, I can't help you. But those two are just indications. It's just telling you, hey, take a look at what the market is doing. That's what it's doing. All right? Now, this is the good stuff. If you hear the word, or it's not hear the word, if you see the word buy now, or you see the word sell now, simple. It means buy now or sell now. All right? Now, here's the thing. If you just get buy now or sell now, there can possibly be a slight drawdown.
David,
all right?
Got a suggestion. Sorry to interrupt. If we have someone on the line, on the call, who could share their screen and show the VIP alerts that we've gotten so far from last week, sorry, so that they can relate with what you're saying. They can see the actual calls that it gives out, and then you can explain them so people can actually see what you're talking about.
Okay, let me go over this last one, and somebody volunteer. Roxy, are you in this group? You in the Telegram, right? You still there, Roxy? Roxy. Who else is here? Roxy.
Yes, David.
All right, in a second, I need you to share your screen and pull up the VIP Telegram for me. Is that okay?
I hope I didn't clear it, but I'll check it now.
All right, just work on that, and then give me 2 minutes. I'll need you.
Okay.
All right. So buy now, sell now. That means buy now or sell now, and then you're going to plug in the take profit, which is it's going to be 10 pips, but we're going to actually give you the take profit. All right. So with the buy now or sell now, that could be a slight drawdown. Seven times out of 10 is going. You're going to have like maybe 3-4 pips, and then it goes and hit the take profit. 30% of the time is where it could be a possible drawdown. All right. This is where it gets good, guys. If you see the word bullish alert, look to sell. Hear me out. Bullish alert. It says, it's basically telling you the bullish impulse, it's giving you an alert. And then it's telling you, look to sell on the correction. So if you see bullish alert, look to sell. You're going to wait until the next candle comes out on the 15-minute time frame. And then you're going to wait for it to tell you sell now. When you see that happen, there is hardly any drawdown. And that thing hits like this. So if I was you and I just wanted to don't even worry about slight drawdowns, I would wait until you see a bullish or bearish alert first. So if it says bullish alert, look to sell. Wait until the next candle comes out. And then you're going to see the word sell now. That's when you press sell. So if you get the word bullish alert, look to sell. What I would do, and what I have been doing, I would already go there and plug in my lot size, and I would wait. And when that sell now comes, I would wait for it to sell now, and bam, I'm in there. Perfect entry. And soon as that, you don't have to wait for me to put a take profit. You can put take profits from what your entry is. Or you can wait for my take profit, because remember, we're doing take profits manually. The system is actually, the indicator is actually telling you to buy or sell, but we're plugging in the take profits manually. So remember, I got to plug in the trade, and then me and Paul go and try to plug in take profit. So if you understand how to plug it in, you do 10 pips from your take profit. All right? So if it says bullish alert, look to sell, wait for the next candle to come out, and wait for the next alert to say sell now. You click sell, and you basically go in and modify and put your take profit. Trust me, it will hit. The opposite of it, if it says bearish alert, that means it's coming down on the impulse. If it says bearish alert, look to buy. You're going to wait for the next candle. And when it says buy now, you're going to bam, click buy, and you're going to have hardly any drawdown. And it's going to go straight to profit. Somebody said Christmas in May. You sure right. So here's what I recommend. If you just want to go straight into and no panicking and drawdowns, wait for the bearish bullish alert signals. If you know, and the other trade, every trade this thing spit out has hit. Every trade has hit. But the bearish bullish, oh, it's game over, buddy. That's straight money, straight up, quick. All right. Now, Roxy, can you share your screen for me? Did you find it? Roxy. Yes, disclaimer. Somebody said disclaimer. We've been saying disclaimer all day. Just got to protect it. Rox, okay, there you go. Rox got it. Go into the VIP Telegram for me, Roxy. Whew, look at messages. All right, go into VIP alerts. All right, so let's go. Let's look for some of these alerts. So right then, just scroll up for me. Let's find some of the alerts, Roxy. So right there, it says, oh, so here you go. Let me show you. So right there, Roxy, you was right there on the bullish and bearish alert. You ready? Go down some. I think you passed it. Did you pass it? Okay, did you? Okay. So, okay, Rocky, moving too fast. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at this right here. Just stop right there. So right there it says buy now. Oh, this is a good one. Buy. It's a buy now. Buy now. That happened at 6:30 p.m. and the TP was 145.76. So it tells you the TP. And then you see it would do, if we do stop loss and profit, it would basically put stop loss. We run it manually. So we're using our same strategy to basically do it. Scroll up for me, Roxy. I saw bearish and bullish. Where did that go? Okay, stop right there. You guys see where it says relative strength index crossing above 70, or basically that's just an alert. All right, scroll up for me. Scroll up. And usually when you have an impulse, you'll see a lot of those because it's actually, oh, you went all the way to the top. That's what it was. Scroll down. Okay, scroll, stop right there. Okay, so right here it says trade idea, buy now. It says TP hit. TP 145.990. TP hit. So if you guys look at this, that trade call is at 1:15 p.m. where it says buy now. And if you go down where it says TP, which is take profit, hit again, that happened at 1:16. So that happened in 1 minute. So think about it. If you basically had, you know, a lot size of $1, you could have made $100 in basically 1 minute. We had if you see, you know, we had a lot size of $5, that's $500 in a minute. $20, that's $2,000 a minute. If you had a penny, that's $1 in 1 minute. That's how quick this thing happens. Go ahead and scroll down for me, Roxy. There you go. This one coming right here. Now, if you see this alert, bullish alert, look to sell. I basically put next candle, and then, but the next thing it's going to do is say trade idea, sell now. Okay? And then the TP is in there, and basically, bam, it hits. If you see bullish or bearish alert, that's where you hardly have any drawdown.
Hold on 1 second. So I just want to cover, if you notice right after the bullish alert where it says next candle, and then it says sell now, and right almost at the same time it says buy now. So let's go over that, David, and let them know how to address that. Take one and just stick with the first one.
Definitely. Okay, so now, even though we talking about this, both of them still hits, but we don't want you to do that. We want you to understand the strategy, understand what you're doing. So if it tells you bullish alert, look to sell, that means you're looking for the sell now. So in this situation, if it says sell now and then it turns around and say buy now, you just go in for the sell now and don't worry about the buy now, because you got the bullish alert and you're looking for the sell. So don't get confused if it spits out buy and sell at the same time. Now it has it. All of them has it. We want you to focus on what you're looking for. And just think of it. If it's a bullish alert, if the impulse is going up, we're looking for the correction, which is a sell. All right? So got a point, Paul. Appreciate it. All right? So I think that's about it. Go ahead. You can unshare your screen, Roxy. All right, guys. So that is what you can look for. The bullish and bearish is game over. That's going to be game over for you. Hardly any drawdown. Maybe 3 to 5 on the drawdown and straight into TP. If you just get a buy or sell, you can expect a slight drawdown. 3 times out of 10. But 7 times out of 10 is still going to go straight into profit. But the bearish and bullish is what you look for. So I strongly recommend, if you're brand new and you just want to go straight into profit, just wait on the bearish and bullish, and you'll be a happy camper. Trust me on that. The lines crossing or the RSI, that's just telling you, hey, take a look at the chart. That's not telling you jump in the trade. All right? Do we have any questions? I know the chat was blown up, so hopefully folks was answering the questions. But if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask them. I can't.
Hey, Mr. GJ.
Go ahead.
All right. I learned so much from this. I'm really appreciative. My wife, my daughter, they're really excited about to get into this thing. You know, brought in by Eddie. You seem to have a wealth of knowledge about it, and it's like 40 to 50 people are waiting on me right now to tell them, you know, what this is about, and then they'll get in on it. But I just wanted to make sure that I actually have it covered, and I think I'm getting it. But I just have to wait until I sit down with Eddie and the money team, and, you know, we'll see exactly what it's what. But I guess as time goes on, I'll get your contact from Eddie, and we can talk a little bit more.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got some catching up to do, man. I remember them Coca-Cola days, but you know, I'm looking into coming to the Bahamas too. Probably, if not May. This is what month we in. We just got into April, right?
Yeah, my birthday's on Wednesday, so we definitely need to get together. Pico, I haven't seen Pico in a while. You know, we need to get together, get my Coca-Cola and lift some boxes, man. You know.
Yeah, man, definitely. But yeah, I'll probably come into the Bahamas
right now. I'm getting into this because I have a goal.
Yeah, definitely. Really can happen. Trust me.
Yeah, I have a goal. I fly now. I got my pilot's license, so I'm basically looking to buy my plane And so this is an area where I'm going to go and buy my plane, you know what I mean, with the TPs. I'm going to put TP on that, you know?
Make it happen. Shoes, I may buy a plane and let you fly me around too.
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
All right, buddy. But definitely, just stick into it. Just practice the demo for at least a couple of days and then go live. You'll see this thing spitting out TPs. You'll make money from it. I mean, there's so much success stories. Don't be greedy. It's the best advice I can give you, because you're gonna understand how easy it is for you to make so much money from your cell phone, and it happens to the best. Happens to the best. But I'm looking forward to coming back to the Bahamas, probably this month or next month, and working with you guys hands-on too. All right. Any other questions? Unmute yourself. If there's questions in the chat, we help people ask them. I'm answering the questions directly.
And who else? Dave, can you hear me?
Okay, Gerald, I got you, Gerald.
Yeah, I got a quick question. Does your impulse and consolidation strategy work every month?
What do you mean by that?
Like December, January.
Oh yeah, every month. Now, I mean, during the holiday seasons, we have a lot of background. During the holiday seasons, we usually say don't trade during, and you'll get a message from me saying, look, don't trade. Like Friday, there was this NFP. I told everybody, do not trade. I give you guys warning. I tell you what I do and what I don't do. So every trade I call or every trade that's called, I'm in the same trade as you. So if I sit and I tell you don't trade on a certain day, and then you go and you trade and you blow your account, that's on you. I went in Thursday night, I said, don't trade on Friday, everyone. And Friday morning, I said, reminder, don't trade today. And then I had people sending me messages and they blowing their accounts because of NFT. And all I said is, I told you guys not to trade. So the same thing I would do to protect my accounts, I basically relay that message to everybody that's been following me. And there's folks been rocking with me for 9-10 months strong. I could go on with the list. Paul, Jennifer, Violet, I go on to so many people that's been following me for 9-10 months and been seeing the progress, and consistency in the impulse and consolidation strategy. It's a game changer, guys. But, it's the thing. You have to understand the market. You have to, what made me really get the strategy is, Stevenson Lindell, he said one time when he was doing training, it doesn't matter what strategy you're using, as long as you're being consistent with making money. I can tell you to cross a T and look for a T on the chart. When you see a T cross, you jump in and buy. If that's working and you're making money consistently and you back test it, that's your strategy. I use Linden and he's an Abaco. That guy, he came and took the scalping strategy and added the Bollinger to it. And now that's been working. I think he's only had one loss, in the last maybe 5 months or so. Jennifer took my strategy and throw the fibs on there. She hasn't taken a loss on that yet. So a strategy is basically you making money consistently and pulling your money out of the market. It's not, with demo accounts. It's real money. When you see me trading, I'm trading real money. So even when, and just another thing, if y'all jump into trades, the Sunday trainings is for us to ask questions, for us to go over everything. Please, please, please don't be blowing up my phone when a trade call and y'all trying to figure out how to enter it during a live trade, because I got thousands on the line. I'm trying to get my money too. So Sundays is where you don't be shy on this call. You ask questions and practice. When you see a trade call live during the week, I'm trying to make money just like y'all. So we can't be blowing up. And I've gone through over 1,200 messages in the last 3 weeks. 1,200 messages per day, minimum. And I do answer every single one of them. But when I'm trying to make money in the market, I train you guys on Sundays or in the evening times, but we gotta, practice. If you come on these trainings, don't be scared. Remember, we had almost 300 people on this call in the beginning. There's 248 right now, right? And the 50 that missed out or left, they're gonna be the ones that probably hit me up during the week and say, hey, what did I do? Because they missed the most important part of it on the alerts. Well, here's the thing. Nobody out of the 250 people on here, no one is responsible for any bills have to pay. So you have to personally get out of your comfort zone and ask the questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. Only if you ask it 2 and 3 times after the same exact thing. Ask the questions. Don't come in and look at me, I'm handsome. Don't come in and just sit and watch. Ask the question, take notes. Type in the chat, unmute yourself. Nobody here is responsible for any bill you have to pay in your house. So your job is you coming on here, you're spending time to learn this information because it's going to be game changer when you know how to do this without me. Let me ask, who's the newest person in here? Who basically don't know nothing about it? Let's see. Raquel, raise her hand. Unmute yourself real quick, Raquel.
Wait. I'm here.
When's the last time you rode a bicycle?
Ooh, I can't tell you the last time.
Call off an estimate here. How many years ago?
Maybe 5, 6 years ago.
5, 6 years ago. If somebody came in front of you right now and say, I give you $100,000 to go ride the bike down the street right now, could you jump on that bike and take off?
Most definitely. I'll probably pop a wheelie too. I could do that.
So that's what you guys have to get out of this market. When you learn the skill set, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody take it away from you. Regardless if you're active in IML or you're following my strategy, you come and learn, you get what you want, and that's it. That's game changer. Who's another new person here? First week. Unmute yourself real quick.
That would be me.
Corey, answer this question for me as fast as you can. You ready? Can you hear me, Corey? Can you hear me? Okay, I want you to answer this question as fast as possible. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1 + 1.
2.
2 blue.
I can't hear you. Breaking up.
2 + 2.
4.
Simple. If you can learn how to trade like that, you learned that back in when? When did you learn how to act?
Oh, boy, that would have been in the late 70s.
Exactly. And you was able to answer that quick. That's how you want to come into the market and learn the strategy, where nobody can take it away from you. I don't care how pissed or how upset I am, I can't take that information from you on how you know to add. I can't take Raquel information on how she learned how to ride a bike. That stuff stays with her. That stuff stays with you. That's how you want to basically learn how to trade. For me, if I wasn't doing this, I can trade all day long and make thousands and thousands. But for me, it's selfish if I don't share this information. All right? So you want to come in and learn how to trade, learn information. Yeah, you have something to get you on a fast track on basically, making money and being consistently profitable. But at the end of the day, don't be lazy. Still learn the nation, all right? I think that is it. Anybody else have questions before we wrap up? Market is open. Paul, let's go ahead and are we going to activate? We're going to activate that indicator right now. Make sure you everybody subscribe on my YouTube channel for the notification if we drop or when we drop the name of the numbers of this week. We're gonna basically celebrate on the YouTube channel. If you're in the Telegrams with us, blow up the chat with ones, showing you got some value from this call. We had a 2-hour and 20-minute call. I am hot and tired, but let's go. We're gonna make some money this week, guys. So make sure let's learn how to enter and exit the trade. So shout us out on Facebook, Telegrams. Make sure you type in ones in the chat, and I will see you guys this week in the market. Guys, have a good night.
Hello. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Bro.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
David.
You're welcome.
Thanks, David. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.
Hey, Jill.
Hello.
Hi, Corey.
Thank you so mumuch.
Jilly, get me into this.